Hello, and welcome to the Rankin Report for Sunday, June 8th, 2025. Thank you for joining me today. Remember last week? Glasses? Here's the new ones. From the book of Nehemiah, chapter 3, verses 8, 31, and 32. Uzziel, son of Harhaiah, one of the goldsmiths, repaired the next section, and Hananiah, one of the perfume makers, made repairs next to that. They restored Jerusalem as far as the broad wall. Next to him, Malchijah, one of the goldsmiths, made repairs as far as the house of the temple servants, and the merchants opposite the inspection gate, and as far as the room above the corner. And between the room above the corner and the sheep gate, the goldsmiths and merchants made repairs. These are talking about the walls of Jerusalem. And then from 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1, follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. The men recorded by Nehemiah as repairing the walls of Jerusalem were not builders by trade. They were craftsmen and tradespeople, goldsmiths, perfumers, other types of merchants. Yet all of them aided in the rebuilding project, some even to the point of taking on the additional role of soldier, as threats to it emerged, working with a mason's trowel in one hand and a sword in the other. They probably never dreamed they'd be doing anything like this. Maybe some even took the day jobs that they did to avoid doing such manual labor. Yet they felt the call of God to restore the holy city, and if it was that important to him, then anything he wanted or needed to complete the work was fine with them. In the rebuilding of our nation, our republic, and the covenant our fathers had with God, there will likely be people from similarly diverse and unexpected backgrounds that will end up playing key roles in the reclamation of the United States for him. It often happens in war that people who are honored for their actions in battle tend not to view themselves as being especially capable or heroic. They just did their job. Major Richard Winters of the celebrated Easy Company, the 506 Parachute Infantry Regiment, 101st Airborne, in World War II, quoted a letter he received from a Sergeant Myron Ranney. I cherish the memories of a question my grandson asked me the other day when he said, "Grandpa, were you a hero in the war?" Grandpa said, "No, but I served in a company of heroes." My own father was awarded the Bronze Star for his actions in Italy during that same war, but rarely spoke of his service there. So also will people in this struggle who will be called by God to do things they never dreamed of doing, yet which will play key roles in the awakening. These people may be recognized or they may not. Given what all too happens today when fame touches a life, I'm inclined to think people would want more to shun it. I had the chance once to interview someone who was a voice artist for animated cartoons, who made the observation that, quote, fame is inconvenient, unquote. I'm sure Nehemiah and the scribe Ezra never thought their writings would be included in the scriptures passed down through thousands of years to this day. But there they are, as God intended, waiting for us to pick them up and learn from them. God has plans and assignments for all of us. Sometimes they are simply standing orders, you might say, such as go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature, from Mark chapter 16, verse 15. Sometimes the plans go beyond the Great Commission to specific assignments. Often it is both, and sometimes the plans take turns in a life you never expected. Sometimes a turn is for a brief period as God moves you into something else. You may have an ability that God uses only once and never again, but He controls all such things nonetheless. Learn to recognize such things in yourself as God directs your life, and learn to support others in theirs, even if you do not immediately understand the plan for them as you see it. In lives, as well as in circumstances, God is always in control. Pray for the Great Awakening. No king but Jesus. Independence forever. Please don't forget to continue to pray for those in California, the Carolinas, Kentucky, Tennessee, and in Florida devastated by storms and fires. Pray for the Baptize America movement taking place across the country. And please don't forget to keep the nation in prayer. That's the Rankin Report for Sunday, June the 8th, 2025. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to keep us in prayer as well as we do our work for the Lord. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Have a great day.